Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about the things that I've never had. Even when I was living with my parents who are hoarders a little bit, I still haven't had those things, and I think it will be fun to discuss them. This video can bring you different reactions from, oh my god, nobody has this anyway, to, oh my god, everybody uses this every day. How come do you not have it? First thing is a loan. I've never taken loans because I was raised in a family where my mother always told me that it's bad to have loans, to be in debt, to owe somebody something, so I've never had one. Now I'm really not comfortable with debts. I really am not comfortable with waking up every morning and knowing that I owe something. I know that apart from the loans, we still owe people things like paying taxes and our utility bills, though I really understand how important mortgages because of the big sums that our apartments cost. Where I live, we have a lot better options than just consumeristic loans for, TVs, cameras, furniture, because you can just save up a little bit, not so much, like half a year probably, and buy this thing. So it also teaches you to be patient about money, to be a saver, not a spender. And I think it's quite beneficial not to get this thing right away, but to wait a little bit to get it, to understand that things cannot come to you just at once. You need to work for having them. Better options that you can have instead of taking a loan is to buy in secondhand. It costs less anyway, and some people sometimes buy things and this thing sometimes doesn't fit to the family or to this person, and they resell it and the prices go down like 30%, but this thing is still new. So I think it's a good idea to search for some secondhand options first before taking a loan. Especially if these things are not like first stage of necessity. Well, at least this is something that is very relevant for a place I live. I don't know what's happening exactly in other sides of hemisphere if we assume that the planet is the sphere. Just kidding. Or not. The next thing that I've never had is sex toys or sex equipment. Are we talking about this yet in just regular videos, not sexually related? I hope so, because I am done with this being such a huge secret, and this is one of the reasons I've never even heard of sex toys up until I was probably 20, 21, because it's so hidden, nobody talks about that, and I would love to know how I can improve some parts of my lives. So I think I'm probably going to try something in future, when the things will go down the hill as they do with age. Isn't this right? Can you text me if you've ever tried that? Maybe it's a common thing not to have those things, but sometimes I feel like I missed something, Next thing I've never had is a humidifier. I've been wanting to buy this for years, I think. It seems to be never the right time because it's another object in my small space and I still have a lot of objects to take care of, and this object will have to stand on the surface, and objects and surfaces are magnets to dust. I've never bought this, but I think I will when I find the real big need about this. I know it's healthy, I know it's bad environment for viruses to multiply, I know it's just good for my plants, but still, I just have never had a chance to buy that. Though I know you can put some nice smells in that, like lavender, mint, freshly licked cat fur. Yeah. So maybe I will try that someday. The next thing is VCR, and we call this video magnetophone in Russian. When I was little, everybody around us had that, and we didn't have a VCR ever in our family, and I felt so jealous about it. But now, screw you, I can include this in my list of things I've never had, and you can't, which is not cool, right? Right? I wonder if now there are people that still store VCRs in their homes. Let me know if you're one of this person. The next thing I've never had is the tumble dryer, which is something that you dry your clothes in, right? It's very uncommon here to have such a thing at homes. I air dry my clothes and I'm fully satisfied with how air works, and I'm not going to fire him. And apparently all my country is. When you go to the yards of apartment blocks, you can see, you know, 2 poles with a string attached between them, where people can just hang their clothes and other textile, other fabrics, and dry their clothes this way. They can even take this out of their apartments. I feel like this is too much work for me personally, so I hang my clothes in the balcony or on the strings in our bathrooms or on the radiators, and I'm totally fine with that. So I don't think that I'm going to have a tumble dryer any years soon. Maybe when I want to, you know, just raise up my quality of life 100 times more, this would probably be a thing, but now no. And with such a small bathroom, it just doesn't make much sense. Let me know if that's such a comfortable thing to have. I just never knew what it does except drying your clothes, same as air does.
Так, Томас, не вздумай ссать здесь.
The next thing I've never had is a bath bomb. I've never tried that. I know that's such a simple thing, but I will definitely try it someday. I tell myself every time I think of a bath, but not now. Wow, it's so cool not to try things. Now I feel that I missed something. Did I miss anything with a bath bomb? It's not expensive, right? It can be a nice addition to your relaxation process, self-care routine. Some makeup that I don't have is also in this list. I've never had highlighter, primer, and probably some other things that I don't know the names of. You know, when I watch these videos of, you know, makeup with Hailey Bieber, makeup with Selena Gomez, I feel like they put in something and I'm like, yeah, now put your makeup on. And I need to put this one. Yeah, let's start the makeup now. And I need to put this one. And I'm like, okay, so when are you going to start doing your makeup? And then she has to put serum or, I don't know, primer or additional cream that they need. And I'm like, okay, this has to be really expensive, you know? But you also run out of it regularly. So you need to regularly buy so many things in your makeup routine. For people who want to save a little bit more money, this is a good idea to refuse to buy some additional makeup stuff and stick to the basics if they need it. Electronic book. I've never had an electronic book. Probably not many people had them. But for now, I use usual books, and maybe someday I will need an ebook. If, for example, I will have to go somewhere all the time and I wouldn't want to carry these heavy books with me, then ebook would be a very nice option. But for now, it's necessary. For all my life, it has been unnecessary, so I didn't happen to have it.
А що ти там ліжеш?
Unusual types of underwear is something that I've never had and tried and wanted to try because it feels like a huge experiment on females because of this thong and string and tanga and all these types of underwear that you cannot even think of. Why on earth would we need so much to please men? Didn't we agree that it's now their turn to please us? But I don't see any, you know, men's thong massively sold, though I think it would be nice. I don't know. Do you like mini thong? Okay, let's stop it. The next thing is cat toys or equipment, except we have the scratching post. Is this the way you call that? This thing that my cat scratch. And we are happy with it and not going to buy anything anytime soon. Especially, you know, these bags for cat that cats can lie on. Why cannot they just use a bag, a basket with clothes, a windowsill with a blanket on it even? So there are a lot of places that my cat can lie on, even my hands. Why don't you come to my hands and come to some other freshly bought bed? I don't know, I just feel, you know, jealous of this fancy schmancy cat beds. It will be one more place for my cat that they can go to instead of my hands, you know? And let me tell you one recipe, one tutorial of the best cat toy ever. You just take a candy wrap and you just smash it. You just smash it until it becomes a small ball that my cats will just play all day long with. So no need to buy any additional stuff. If you want, you know, a little bit more luxurious type of thing, you can take this candy wrap, make it a little bit more flat, and then make a butterfly with it, tying with a small thread. And this will just replace all the toys in the world, and you'll be happy, cats will be happy, no need to buy new stuff for your pets. Though I understand this urge to treat your pets a little bit, to pamper them. Walk-in closets. I've never had one, and I'm not going to have one, and I don't have one. I do agree that for some places it would be a relevant option, but when you live in a city where everybody is packed in their apartment blocks like spreads in a can, you actually want to save for yourself as many square meters as possible and not to waste them on some, you know, clothes storage. For me, it doesn't sound very smart to spend places in my home for clothes other than just the usual closet for both of us, for my husband and me, that also stores a lot of other home stuff except clothes. The next thing is thermostat. Now I know that this is that mysterious thing on the walls in Hollywood movies that people touch to regulate the temperature in their home. But I use the hardcore thermostat, which is opening and closing my windows or turning on my oven. That helps us a lot right now because the central heating has turned off until, you know, it gets warmer outside. We have to use something else, and oven works absolutely best for it. That's a very comfortable thing, I guess, but not now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Also, don't forget to watch my spring clean with me video. If you would like to support my channel, you can join the membership on this channel. And if you would like to get the exclusive content from me as well, you can go to my Patreon page and join there. So have a good day. Goodbye.